What is going on, everybody? This is BroncoJuggalo, and today is Slashback Saturday, and we are reviewing today an 80s horror film. As you can see, I am doing Happy Birthday to Me. Directed by J. Lee Thompson, and starring Melissa Sue Anderson as Ginny, starring Glenn Ford as Dr. David Faraday, and Tracy Bergman as Ann Thomerson, Ginny's best friend. This is the story of a teen, Ginny, who went through a very traumatic experience and had to have some medical things done and is now experiencing blackouts and memory loss. And as she tries to put the pieces together, her friends are being murdered around her. Now, this movie came out in 1981, and it was one of the video nasty films. It was also a film that was generally panned by critics, who mostly claimed that it was just a flat-out ripoff of Friday the 13th. Well, the funny part about that is that this movie was actually in production before Friday the 13th was. The scripts had already been written, and they had already started work on this movie before Friday the 13th started work on, even though it did take this movie a bit longer to come out than Friday the 13th did. The ending had to be changed because they didn't want people to know that the script was rewritten partway through the film. And something else I thought was pretty interesting was that in all the trailers, there's an axe that cuts the birthday cake at the end of the trailer, and there's never an axe used in this film. Overall, I thought this film was okay. I've had it on my shelf for quite a while now, and I've been meaning to watch it. I picked up this Mill Creek VHS Retro Edition, which I really like, by the way. Very cool, good transfer, really cool cover art, and I like that we get two different cover arts. I think that's really nice. A lot of my friends rave about this movie, and I can see why they like it, but I also don't see why they like it as much as they do anyways. Overall, I found the pacing of the movie to be incredibly slow. It wasn't paced well. In between the kills, it would build up a little bit for the kills, and then it would just drag and drag for a while. And when it wasn't something exciting going on, when somebody wasn't being killed, I was kind of bored. Now, there is a murder mystery in this. You're not sure who your killer is. And that's kind of entertaining. But in my opinion, it only really gets good in the last 25 minutes of the film. And this is almost a 2-hour movie. It's an hour and 51 minutes long. The other thing that I didn't like about this film is the characters' relationships are very haphazard and very sloppy. And I did not like that at all. I don't think that the writing on this film for the scenes when somebody wasn't being killed was very good. I feel like a lot of crap happened in this movie that could have been taken out. And this movie would have been served much better if it would have been an hour and 10 or hour and 20 minutes instead of an hour and 50 minutes. I did love the kills. I love the kills of this film. I thought there were some good creative kills. I don't know if I agree with the tagline that 6 of the most unique kills you'll ever see. We've seen kills similar in a lot of films, even though, of course, this did come out in 81, so maybe at the time, yes. I like that we have a whodunit. I like that we have a mystery killer. And I do like that a lot of the characters are a little psycho in their own right. So at any time you think any of these people could be the killer. The movie does try to steer you one way, and then it steers you another way. And you're thinking, okay, this guy's the killer. Nope, this person's the killer. No, she's the killer. So here's your spoiler warning right now, guys. You're following Ginny around, and you're interacting with her friends. And for a while, you think her friend Alfred may be the killer. And Alfred or Albert, whatever his name is, he makes masks and does things like that, and he's very creepy, and he seems very stalkerish. You think, okay, maybe he's the killer. And then you have another guy who's the practical joker of the group, and you see him bearing the scarf that one of the guys was wearing when he gets killed, or a scarf similar anyways. And you think, okay, he's the killer. Well, I was pretty sure either of them was the killer. So then we go forward a little ways more into the film, and we find out that Ginny is the killer. And Ginny, at least so she thinks, has been blacking out and killing people. At the conclusion of the film, Ginny is having herself a birthday party for herself, and all of her friends are there. They're all dead, kind of like the ending to Madhouse in a way. And she brings her father in. And as her father realizes what she's done, she talks to him for a while, and then she slits his throat. And he dies believing that his daughter is the murderer, never realizing that his daughter is also there at the table. And we get this very intense conversation between two Ginnies. And so I'm sitting there thinking, so is all this in her head? Is that what's going on here? Is this in her head? Is she talking to herself? But the one Ginny who's done all the killing keeps referring to the other Ginny as little sister. And I'm like, wait, so what's going on here? Then the Ginny in the chair reaches up, grabs the Ginny that's done the killing's face, and pulls off the latex mask she's wearing, and it is her best friend, Anne. Now, why is Anne killing everybody? Well, it turns out that Anne's father was having an affair with Ginny's mother way back when they were little children. Well, when Anne was a little child. And then Ginny's mother became pregnant, and she gave birth to Ginny, and Ginny's father is not her father. Anne's father is Ginny's father. And she was always very jealous of her little sister. And she was very, thought that her little sister ruined her life, and that her Ginny's mother ruined her life. So that is why she was killing everybody, and she befriended Ginny just so she could do all of this to her friends. And it was a really interesting reveal, and I really thought it was cool. I do think that we should have gotten a few more hints to that. Maybe we did during the right before the car wreck scene where it's a flashback, and you got the Ginny's mother, talking to the guy at the gate of Anne's father's house. Well, I really enjoyed that aspect of it. I enjoyed the whodunit aspect. I enjoyed the fact that you're pretty sure you think it's Ginny doing the killing, and then it comes completely out of left field and hits you right across the face with a big old smack in the mouth. Kind of like the way Saw did. Maybe not near as effective, but still pretty cool. The last pro I have is the cheerleaders, and all of you know why. Yeah, guys, so honestly, I thought the movie was good. I just don't think it's great. I think it's a bit slow. I think it's not paced well. And I just was bored when there wasn't somebody being killed. A little bit. At least until the last 30 or so minutes of the film. The third act is pretty decent. So go ahead and check out Happy Birthday to Me if you haven't already. It's been out since I've been around, so it's 37 years old, so go check it out. Draw your own conclusions here, guys. Really, because you're going to get a lot of people saying they love it, and I noticed that there are a lot of people that do love this movie. You're going to get people like me that say, it's okay, and you're going to probably get people that say they hate it. So before I go, I'm going to give you my favorite kill, and that is when Greg gets killed. Greg is lifting weights, and this is a kill we've seen before, but it was done really well here. And he's lifting weights on his bench, and his spot bar gets removed and by the killer. And at that point, you do know that the killer is one of these people, one of this group of friends, because he's talking to the killer like he knows him very well. And so there's some foreshadowing there. You do realize that the killer is at least in their circle of friends. After a while, the bar is getting heavier and heavier. The killer picks up another weight and drops it right on his crotch, which makes him reflex and drop the bar right across his throat, and it crushes everything. And blood goes everywhere, and it was cool. I really enjoyed that. So, that is it today, guys, for my Slashback Saturday review. Go and check out Joe the Horror Man, and thank him for creating Slashback Saturday, because this is an awesome segment. It's still my favorite thing to do all year, with maybe the exception of Super Slash Brothers. Check out everybody else doing Slashback Saturday, and I will see y'all next time. Peace.
Okay, everybody, it's clown time. The clown is here. Everybody sit around right here. Saggy the clown has a present for everybody.
I got your fucking present hanging next to my nuts. Now when I'm swinging on my hatchet, if it hits you, it cuts. Don't make me chop your head and half and smack the side with the